girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Minnesota Vikings. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. C.J. Anderson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A give to Anderson here out of the gun. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. At the 38-yard line. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Cousins. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Looking to throw, Haskins. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That catch good for only a couple. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
29-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Third down. Here's Haskins. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They run again on first down. Anderson loses the throw. It's Washington that scoops it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They've got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Throw left side, complete. It's Love. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Haskins looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
Haskins pass. Incomplete. Intended for J.D. McKissick. It's second down and 10.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
17.
Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Off the play fake, Cousins. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Play fake, Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Pierre-Louis charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it'll be incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it to 37. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he finds McLaurin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man. And
they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw is Cousins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And look at this. Big gain, Buffalo. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's brought down at the
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. From the gun, Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Haskins on 3rd down. And open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And so much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Haskins. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. first down. Here's Love. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
At the Vikings' 18-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. Was bidding for. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Following the interception, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
1st and 10.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
First down, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Working out of the gun, Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
And incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half, Cousins. And another turnover as this one's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
It's now
following the pickup of 4. Here's second and 6. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Love, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Washington ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 30 on second down, Haskins. Catch here, left side, Thomas. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Operating from the gun, Haskins letting one go deep for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run with Love. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Love again. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 16. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Here's Haskins to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to number 8.
A 16-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On first down, Anderson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Montez Sweat brought him down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to the ground. Anderson Anderson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now on second and 16, Cousins. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Love. And some room to work. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll keep it on the ground. Love. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Washington on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up.
Here's Tressway now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Finding Gabriel complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Anderson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins. A dump off to Anderson. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
48-yard line.
Here's Anderson. He's got it on the draw. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, Anderson. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One last shot now for Cousins. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.